What's up, guys? Constantine here, and as I promised, I wanted to start coming out with content every Monday and Thursday. And as today's a Thursday, it's gonna be a hiking related topic. As for the hiking related topic, I have fought for as many years as I've been on trail to do gear reviews, because gear reviews are so heavily put in the realm of personal preference. What may work for one hiker may not work for the other hiker. So I've always fought doing gear reviews, because as long distance hikers we can tell you what works, but we can tell you what works for us. It's really yourself going out there and finding what works. So this video is not going to be a gear review. If you do really strongly still want to hear gear reviews, leave a comment in the sections below, or send us a personal message at constantinehikes@gmail.com or constantine@11skies.com, and tell us if you really want that stuff, because if there's enough people that wish to see it, we'll do it. We have fought it for a long time. Like I said, it is heavily in the realm of personal preference. But that aside, let's get into the video that I wanted to do today. Today, I want to do the top 10 hikes that are on our wish list. Our wish list is biased from our opinion. There are so many hikes out there that the list always grows. The list continues and continues and continues to grow, that it is nonstop. But we wanted to give you kind of an overview of what our 10 dream hikes are that are on our wish list at the very top. So the first one is the North Country Trail. Almost said North Coast Trail. We've already done that. So the North Country Trail, this is the biggest of all 11 National Scenic Trails. Clocks in at about 4,600 miles, depending on the routes you take. Within that 4,600 mile window, you get to see a lot, and that's right at the very top of our wish list because it sounds so awesome. We've never done a trail that long, and this is a little hint to what we are also planning in 2021. So yeah, top of the list, North Country Trail. That one just looks beautiful. And then on the other top 10, it's not any necessary order, just the first one was in order of the first one that's really high and really gets us excited, and all of these next ones kind of excite us just as much. So the second one that is on our wish list is the Araroa Trail. Of course, if you're in the hiking community and you've been around trails long enough, a lot of people speak of the New Zealand trail as being kind of the jewel on a Triple Crowner's crown, which means once you finish the big three, AT, PCT, CDT, the jewel is to go overseas and hike the Araroa. The Araroa is a trail that's purely in New Zealand, and it goes from, depending the route you take, the very northern point of New Zealand to the very southern point. It's about 1,800 miles, and it just looks awesome. There's coastal walking. There's so many good types of walking in that environment that it's really something we want to do. So that trail is number 2. Coming in at number 3, a Canadian trail. A lot of our hiking this year was Canadian based because of the current situation and staying safe and not having to hitch into towns. This trail we looked into doing this year, but we would have had to go interprovincial travel, so we weren't able to. And this one is called the Bruce Trail. The Bruce Trail is 500 miles, so a little shorter of a through hike, and it goes purely through the province of Ontario. And it's as on any 500 mile through hike, you're going to be going through a lot of different environments, and we've never hiked in Ontario, so that's kind of the draw there for that one. And one second as I reposition the camera, because it seems to be sliding off of this rock. Is that better? I think that's better for y'all. Okay, so number 4, the Grand Enchantment Trail. We wanted to do this hike this year. I think we had hinted to a few of you guys that we still had about an 800 mile through hike planned this fall. Plans don't always go according to plan, as we found out multiple times this year and multiple times throughout our life. But the Grand Enchantment Trail is about 800 miles, and it goes through Arizona and New Mexico. And we have hiked in Arizona on the Arizona Trail, and we have hiked in New Mexico on the CDT, and those two states have a special place in our heart for us. The desert in fall is absolutely beautiful. If you have not experienced the desert in fall, go out and experience the desert in fall. It is amazing. The desert, we just can't get enough of desert hiking. It is one of our favorite places to hike. So the Grand Enchantment comes in at number 4, not any necessary order there. Was gonna try to do it this year, plans changed. So number 5, we'll come in at you again with another desert trail. This trail is the Hayduke Trail, and this one goes through Arizona again and Utah. And Utah, where it goes through, it kind of snakes, so you hit Arizona a little bit and then you're most purely in Utah. And this one's, once again, depending the route you take, it can be below 800, it can be above 800, you can extend it. It's a very route-based system, not a lot of pure trail, so it's pick your own adventure out there. There's a line that you can follow for a while, but might not be ground truth. So Hayduke came in pretty strongly for us. That takes a lot of preparation. You have to stash some water, you have to bury water in the desert, you have to build in at least a couple days to a week to be in those states, to build in that preparation for either food drops or water caches, because it is super remote. So our time crunch didn't work out this year. Hopefully one of these days. So Hayduke, number 5. And number 6 is the Idaho Centennial Trail. And Idaho for us is also a hidden gem. When we were doing the CDT and we got to Idaho, we weren't expecting much. We weren't expecting a whole lot, and it turned out to really change our mindset on Idaho. And what confirmed our mindset was on the PNT when we went through, and being able to do the Lion's Head alternate up there. The mountains throughout there are incredible. So the Idaho Centennial Trail is about, I'm gonna say it again, 850-ish, 900 miles, depending on route. And you can just stay purely in Idaho. And that trail has a big pull for us. We just gotta find the time, guys. Oh, the trails never end. I'm doing this top 10 list for y'all, but it's way bigger than the top 10 list. So Idaho Centennial Trail, super cool looking, and that is on our list. And number 7, we're gonna come at you with another desert trail, the Oregon Desert Trail. This looks super cool. It is about 750 miles in Oregon, and it's almost purely desert. And you don't picture a lot of desert in Oregon, but it's kind of tucked in on that east side and kind of loops back towards the west, and it looks fantastic. We know there's a lot of popularity and growth around it right now, as the trail directors and the trail system itself is trying to implement a lot of stuff, and we would love to experience it. So the Oregon Desert Trail, that is in the top 10. All right, number 8. This is going to be kind of a 2-part because they're smaller trails, but they're in the same state. So this is going to be kind of number 8, but it also has 2 trails in it. So these trails are the Ozark Highland Trail, which is about 160 to 200 miles, depending on route. I'm going to say that a lot this video because a lot of these trails now are becoming not as mapped out, so you have to pick and choose your way through some of these sections. There's an overview, but yeah. So Ozark Highland Trail, 164 miles in Arkansas, and either east to west or west to east. And we've had buddies that done it and shown it to us, and it just looks fantastic. And what also ties into that, if you go below, you go a little bit south in Arkansas, you will end up running into the Wakata Trail. Sorry about the mispronunciation. I think I mispronunciated pronunciation. Okay, I'm gonna stop there because I'm about to mispronunciate a lot of mispronunciations. Okay, so a Wakata Trail. That is about 223 miles through Arkansas again, and this was actually this year. We thought we would have the time as our plans changed in 2020, and it looked like hiking wasn't going to be a thing. This was kind of our last hope, Arkansas, because it was holding out the longest, and we thought we were going to be able to get both of those trails done this year. Nope. Plans change, folks. So yeah, that's why it keeps pulling us back, because we want to experience Arkansas, and it just looks like a fantastic 2 trail systems through there. You can drive down to the next one 4 or 5 hours that day after finishing one, so you still stay within that realm. There's not a lot of travel between trailheads, so that looks super cool. And number 9, we would be remiss if we did not put this on there. It is the Long Trail. We have never done the Long Trail, and being the oldest trail system, it's kind of a have to. We've also heard many horror stories and love stories around it because it sounds like such a brutal trail. For out East Coast hiking, if you do a lot of out East Coast hiking, you know, very straight up, very straight down, and it sounds like the Long Trail is that in its essence, and that's what really excites us about it. The Long Trail is about 273 miles, and it's purely in the state of Vermont, and it actually goes up to the Canadian border. So that would be really cool to experience because of the history around it, and we've heard it's beautiful. We've also heard it's brutal, and as you know, we like to chase after that triple B, baby. Beautifully brutal baby. We like to chase after that. We found it a lot this year. So that's number 9. Number 10, also would not be remiss if I didn't put this on here because this, for us, for the longest time, had no appeal to us, but the more that we got into the research, the more we heard about it from the hiking community, the more that we've seen pictures around it, and just the more we learned about it, the more exciting it became to us, is the Florida Trail. The Florida Trail is in Florida, hence the name, and this is about 1,100 miles, and it goes to the southern point of Florida, not to the Keys, but it goes down into the south a little bit, and it starts up in the Panhandle, depending which route you take, north to south, south to north. So yeah, we wanted to put that on there because, like I said, we never had any pull to it. I remember when we were on the AT and we had met people that had done the Florida Trail before hopping over there, and it just sounded so outside our realm, and we would always joke like, no, we're never going to do that. We want to go hike mountains. But the Florida Trail has a lot to offer, and we've seen that in our research. We've heard that through the hiking community. And yeah, we wanted to put that on there because we had a change of heart around that trail. And that is, yeah, that's the gist. That is our top 10 wish list of hikes right now. We put in longer distance trails because there's so many trails out there. But if you put in the smaller trails like the Wonderland Trail, the Tahoe Rim Trail, that are hundreds to 200 miles, the list would just be way too long because some of those trails really rank high up there with us, but they're not multiple weeks out there. So we try to stick in that realm at least for now, and we might come out with another one of the shorter trails. If you guys like that, if you guys like this video so far, let us know, and we can come out with a top 10 wish list of shorter trails. And as a special treat, we want to throw something out there that you guys may not have heard of, that we kind of stumbled into upon, and we haven't been able to find it again since. So we're asking you guys for help as well. There is a through hike that we believe is being developed in Hawaii. So number 11, special number 11. It seems like it's called the Hawaii Through Project or something. If you guys know it, please leave a comment below because we found it once and we can't find it again. And it seems like somebody is trying to route a through hike around the perimeter of Hawaii. So that would be amazing. And like I said, we're super bummed that we have not been able to find it again. It's out there. We found it once. It has to be out there again. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, the Hawaii Through Project, or somebody that's developing the through hike in Hawaii, please, 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 please leave a comment below so we can find it again. And yeah, that's the top 10, top 11 with the Hawaii one. Once again, don't forget, please leave it there. That is the top 10 wish list of hikes that we are looking forward to. And within that wish list, we may have suggested at a few that are on our plan for next year, current conditions permitting. So we may have hinted at a couple there. One, I don't think we hinted at, I think we outright said that we were going to do it. So we may have hinted at one or two more that we are going to do. And we also, there's 2 more that we did not put on that list that are in our plans for next year, but we did not want to give that information out because they're going to be special hikes for us and we want to keep a little secret there. So there may be a few in there we're doing next year, and then there's 2 more outside of that list that we are 100% going to do if the current conditions permit. So yeah, that's the video, folks. And if you guys have any information on these trails, if you guys have done these trails, if you guys have experienced parts of them, please email us at constantinehikes@gmail or constantine@11skies.com, because like I said, they're so experiential that there's different routes, different adventures you can take. And while we're in the planning stage of these trails, who knows when they're going to happen, but while we're in the planning stages of these wish lists, more information the better. So please leave a comment below or email us, and we would love to hear your stories around it, and we would love to hear what you think about those trails. And also let us know what's your top 10 wish list, because trails of preference, there are so many out there, folks, that being able to narrow it down to 10 it was impossible for us. But these are the ones that kind of have the biggest pull to us right now, besides the other two that I'm only going to hint at. And yeah, is our video for the week. First Thursday video of content that is not us hiking, and also not us editing hiking footage. So let us know how you liked it. It feels weird doing this, setting up the camera, going to a spot that we usually get when we're doing our miles each day, and talking while not hiking but talking about hiking. It's super weird for us. Like I said, we fought it for a long time doing this, but it seems like that's what you guys really want, and it's understandable because we actually enjoy these videos, watching other hikers the same way. So we fought it long enough. It just feels weird. It feels weird right now. I'm not holding the camera walking, I'm not taking shots. I don't know, but I'll get used to it. So yeah, that's about it. And let us know if you like this, and we'll keep coming out with more. Cool. Peace.